Terror in Uvalde, a mass shooting at a Texas school full of 2nd to 4th graders and staff.
The shooter was Salvador Ramos, an 18-year-old male who resided in Uvalde. It's believed that he abandoned his vehicle and entered into the Robb Elementary School in Uvalde with a handgun, and he may have also had a rifle.
The horrific shooting leaves many unanswered questions.
And at this point, the investigation is leading to tell us that the suspect did act alone during this heinous crime.
And broken hearts.
We do want to keep all our families in their prayers. I hope you do as well.
Now, lawmakers in Washington are already calling for change.
It's a time to turn this pain into action. For every parent, for every citizen of this country, we have to make it clear to every elected official in this country, it's time to act.
Tonight, we are continuing our coverage on a deadly school shooting out of Uvalde. Good evening, Valley, and welcome to CBS 4 Valley at 10. I'm Faith Woodard. At least 21 people are dead after a gunman opened fire at an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas. 18 of the victims were children. CBS's Aaron Jones reports.
The shooting started shortly after 11:30 a.m. at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, a town roughly 85 miles west of San Antonio.
He shot and killed horrifically, incomprehensibly.
Investigators identified the suspect as 18-year-old Salvador Ramos, a high school senior from Uvalde.
He himself is deceased and is believed that responding officers killed him.
2 of those officers were wounded and are expected to survive.
We are not actively looking for another individual or any other suspects in this case.
Parents and family members rushed to the school and local hospitals looking for loved ones. This woman is looking for her niece.
We have not yet gotten any answers of where her whereabouts are at.
It happened less than 2 weeks after a gunman shot 10 people dead at a Buffalo, New York supermarket. President Biden addressed the tragedy after returning to the White House from Japan.
I'd hoped when I became president, I would not have to do this.
Tuesday's tragedy was the deadliest school shooting in Texas history and the worst in the U.S. since a gunman killed 26 at Sandy Hook Elementary in Connecticut in 2012. Aaron Jones, CBS News, Uvalde, Texas.
Governor Greg Abbott earlier confirming the suspect shot his grandmother before he entered the school. Police have identified the shooter as 18-year-old Salvador Ramos. He was a Uvalde native. Police say he abandoned his car before entering the school with a handgun and possible rifle. Officials are calling this the deadliest shooting at a U.S. grade school since the attack at Sandy Hook almost a decade ago. The president tonight addressing the incident.
I am sick and tired of it. We have to act. And don't tell me we can't have an impact on this carnage.
Uvalde CISD administration has said school will be canceled for the remainder of the year, and administrators will issue a statement about graduation events later. Senator Chris Murphy represents Newtown, Connecticut, the scene of the 2012 Sandy Hook shooting that killed 20 first graders and 6 teachers. He is imploring his congressional colleagues to find compromise on meaningful gun control legislation.
But I'm here on this floor to beg, to literally get down on my hands and knees and beg my colleagues. Find a path forward here. Work with us to find a way to pass laws that make this less likely.
Senator Ted Cruz of Texas denounced the shooting. He's suggesting schools post armed law enforcement on their campuses. And tonight we are taking an in-depth look at active shootings across the nation. Last year there were 61 active shooter incidents. That's twice as many as in 2017, and it's even a spike from just the year before the shooting incidents took place in 30 states last year. 6 in California and 5 each in Georgia and Texas. The total number shot, 243, including 103 killed. Thanks, Marco. As we said, today marks Election Day, but on everyone's mind tonight is not only the candidates, but also the horrific shooting in Uvalde. I'm joined now with Dr. Andrew Smith, a political science professor from UTRGV. Andrew, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And top of mind, as we said, is this shooting. How can we expect local lawmakers and Republicans and Democrats to react with legislation?
Democrats will most likely push for more gun control legislation. Certainly both Stapleton Barrera and LaMantia have proposed this. Cisneros has also proposed this. Republicans, meanwhile, will probably take the line that Senator Cruz has, which is to pour money into beefing up school security,